Me and you, look, we gotta make a deal. When I become a world champion, I get a feature with you. Me and you. When I get a world title next year. Mira, look. You fucked up. I got it recorded, nigga. I got it. Dale.
Damn, bruh. Edgar, how the hell do you expect to get this song going down with Archangel, whatever you want to pronounce his name, superstar, Puerto Rican superstar, musician, Edgar Berlanga says, yo, when I become a world champion, we finna get on that mix together. We finna get on that song together. And I think to myself, bruh, that ain't ever gonna happen. That ain't ever gonna happen. Unless he becomes a Zuffa super middleweight champion, ladies and gentlemen. Now the problem is, Zuffa doesn't have a super middleweight division. They don't have a 168-pound division. So I say to myself, Edgar, man, you know, I like the music that you got going down right now and stuff. I definitely didn't like the way that you reacted to your second loss against Hamza Shiraz, getting knocked out, draw multiple times. I think, in my opinion, I never put my energy, I never pushed the narrative that Hamza Shiraz was cheating with his hand wraps. At the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, Edgar Berlanga went down and nothing has actually been proven. Just a bunch of conspiracy theorists online. So that being said, Edgar, I like what you got going down in the music. I don't like what you said about Hamza Shiraz. I like how you want to try to become great again. You're trying to get fights with guys like Chris Eubank Jr., Jaime Munguia, Canelo Alvarez rematch, Hamza Shiraz rematch, even though I don't hear you calling out Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade. I don't hear you calling out Jamal Charlo, even though those are dudes that you said that you would be willing to get into the ring with. I seen a couple days ago Edgar Berlanga was saying now he don't want nothing to do with Demetrius Andrade. Edgar, how do you ever expect to get that song on when, if you look at the 168-pound cruise champions of the world, super middleweight champions of the world, you've got Hamza Shiraz, who knocked you out, who's the reigning WBO super middleweight champion, just ordered to fight Janabek Halim Halala, former 160-pound IBF and WBO unified world champion. Does Edgar Berlanga think he's got the skills to be able to beat Janabek? Once Janabek goes in there and beats Hamza? Does he think he has the skills to be IBF super middleweight champion of the world? Cuban sensation, skilled and big for the division, avoided by many in Osles Iglesias? Does Edgar Berlanga think he could beat Canelo Alvarez? Dude's already lost to him. Canelo's most likely going to beat Christian Mabili. Mabili was placed in this position for Canelo to win. I know a lot of people are saying Christian Mabili got a shot in this fight, and maybe he does. But that doesn't defeat the purpose. That doesn't defeat the fact that Christian Mabili was held off, holded on to, and put in this position specifically for Canelo's ask, for Canelo's his request, ladies and gentlemen. And you think, honestly, out of all those guys, you might think to yourself, okay, maybe he has a chance against Jaime Munguia. I don't know, bruh. Maybe Jaime Munguia from a couple years ago. But Jaime Munguia right now, who just looked fantastic against Armando Resendiz. Sheesh, I would have liked to see Armando Resendiz versus Edgar Berlanga. I don't think Edgar could beat Jaime, bro. I really don't. I think Jaime schools him on the floor, and I think he beats him up. That's my honest opinion. So I say to myself, damn, bro, you over here talking to superstar Puerto Rican musicians with millions and millions of views and millions of followers. And this dude, you know, wants to get on a track with you, but you promised this fool that you're going to become a world champion. And there you guys could get this song going down. Bruh, it ain't ever going to happen. So if I was you, I would recommend maybe you figure something else out, man. Maybe you figure something else out. We'll come back to this video if Edgar Berlanga ever gets a full world title shot again. Currently, at the moment, he ain't beating any of the current 168-pound champions. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you guys think, though. I'm out.